Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I've been gone for a long time. I've been vlogging what I've been basically doing for my holiday, and it is the most intense thing I've done
since I was birthed from my mom.
So basically during this past term I enrolled in a course called Field Studies, and what happens is we go somewhere for 9 days and we do field work. On the last day of my exam, I think on Saturday night, me and my close friend went to the BTS concert. It was a really great experience. You can see that in the video. I'll link it somewhere. I came back quite late and I did not pack for this trip I'll be going on the next day. We had to be there at 6 a.m. and I haven't packed, and it's 9 days. And I came back at midnight, and I basically slept at I think 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. So I had a good 3 hour sleep. We began our journey 6 a.m. bright in the morning. I think the way there was about a good 6-7 hours by bus, and literally I was just in the bus eating, sleeping, eating more, sleeping more. I mean, the road was fine. It was just straight road, normal road. 2 hours before we reached our destination, the road turned crazy. It was throwing some kind of tantrum. It was going like, I was trying to hold my puke. I mean, I felt nauseous. I was like, when are we gonna do that? We stopped at this place first. I was like, is this it? I mean, it was like jungle-y. You know, it was national park. And I was like, oh, interesting. I guess we're taking a boat somewhere here. And so we ventured in the national park, and there was hot springs. There was this place. It was crazy because I was like, it's like a basketball court, and people were just sleeping on there. And I was like, what? It was basically a hot spring kind of system running under the concrete floor. La-di-da, off we went into the bus again through the roads, and we reached our destination. We reached our destination at this kind of small pier, and we hopped on our boat. This was in like a mangrove kind of area. We got stuck in the mud because we went when the tide was quite low. We were stuck in there for a good 10 minutes. And we were sniffing the smell of seafood, if you know what that smells like, raw seafood. Journey there was an hour and a half. We reached the island safe and sound. We decided, me and my roommate decided to upgrade our room. So our room was right in front of the beach, very nice. The next day, we start our venture bright and early in the morning, 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Sorry if I don't remember the full details, but we were gonna walk around the rocks. And that's my jam. I love rock climbing, rock crawling, rock jumping, parkour, rocking. So we just walked around observing nice corals. We saw some crabs, dead ones, alive ones, and zen rocks. And then we reached the very kind of end where it was like a cave ecosystem. A little bit scary, gosh, like it was quite scary. After that we came back and I slept on the hammock. Hammock life. Hammock life, hammock, hammock, hammock life. So I was up by the hammock and we snorkeled later on near the rocky area also or something. But yeah, and then we came back up and then we had a challenge, kayaking. It was really fun. Had 2 teams kayak out. One of my teammate boat kind of capsized because the wave came and then they were like blah. Heading to the 3rd day, we walked to the other side of the island. And yes, you heard me right, we walked. we got there and we saw some snakes. And everyone was just like, oh my god, there's a green tree snake. It was crazy. Yeah. And so we continued to walk along the beach. Walk. And then there was like 10 Tom Hanks on the island. This one guy just stopped and he looked like Santa Claus. We reached the beach, we snorkeled, we kayak. Me, I was on the hammock again. Some people took the boat back because they were battered, but others were left behind to walk back. And then we slept 4 out of 9 days. We went to the mangrove forest and this was a slightly shorter walk and we were supposed to walk through into the mangrove muddy stuff, but it was high tide. But we walked to the mangrove, we observed that area, walked back, and then my favorite part of the day, we went to the lake reservoir. I'm telling you, it was so much harder to snorkel in freshwater, density, buoyant, and all that stuff. Didn't see much, but it was a kind of ecosystem I never observed before. Like, you got like these like grass, it's like an underwater grassland. It was dope. We just swaddle and just chilled by the reservoir and we walked back. Oh yeah, and then the lady who owns the resort, actually, she collected some, because the island grows cashew nuts, and you can't eat cashew nuts in its normal form. It's like, yeah, it's poisonous. You don't want to eat that. Not a good idea. So what you basically have to do with the cashew nut is you burn it, and it was like on fire. It was like, and then I was just sitting here, and then I was just like hitting cashew nuts, giving it to my friend, put it in my mouth, hitting it, eating it, giving it to other people. So that was a fun night. Oh look, armpit hair. Day 5. Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'd say this day was even tiring than day 3. Day 3, where we walk across the island. Yeah, this was intense stuff, guys. We were walking through the Rangers Park, and again, we nice and bright early every day. Yeah, every day. Today was a nice day. Oh yeah, we trekked, and normally there's no food over there, so we had to bring our own. The lady in the resort made us khao phat, which is fried rice, and we ate it there, and we brought it there first, and we trekked up and down and up and down and left and right and up and down, left and right and up and down. You know, people just chilling. Guess where I was? On the hammock. We didn't have plates, so I had a snack. I brought some chips, and then I just put my food after I finished eating my chips, and then I was just eating out of my chip bag. Num 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 num. And then my professor says, there's another viewpoint, you know, right that way. It gets harder in the last few meters, and then some of us brave souls, that was honestly, that was the hardest, toughest thing I've done. It was not mandatory. It was like, if you want to go, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But we did, and we climbed up. The first, I don't know, the first 15 minutes was already kind of tough. It was like we were going like this, because we were going upwards. We're going like this, right? Like this. Okay, guys? So that's me, and I was like, oh yeah, it's not bad, you know. Oh, okay, this is alright. A little bit tiring. The last 300 meters, so we reached this point where there was just like a tree, and then it wrote like viewpoint up 300 meters. All right. So first it didn't look that daunting, and then guys, it was this. It was literally like this. All right. We like, there was like a rope so you could like pull yourself up, you know. I was just like, oh my gosh, when are we gonna reach? Various times I felt like I was gonna fall down to my death. But we reached, and it was rewarding, you know. It was really nice. You could see the mainland from the very, very top. We all just died on the rock a little. We rested for a good 20 minutes on the rocks before heading down, which was equally as intense. You would think that it's tiring, but it's like you're going down against your will. It's like, when will I stop? Like, why am I still going down when I'm stopping? At one point I was just like sliding down. So basically day 6 was, we walked out and we stopped at the shop between this kind of intersection. And the professor goes again, do you guys want to come with me, or do you want to go to the reservoir? At that point I was like, guess what I chose? The reservoir. Dun dun dun. And then I was just casually sleeping on the hammock. Just, you know, hearing the sea breeze, swinging on the hammock, closing my eyes, and then I heard thud. I open my eyes and I look right next to me in front of my feet. Not my feet, but like on the floor. I was on the hammock, so this was me on the hammock, and it's like right here. All right, guess what was that? Good old friend, the snake, huh? It was just trying to eat its skink, a kind of lizard, and the skink escaped, and it was just trying to find a new prey, guys. It was looking at me. It was just like, what's that? It was a human. Yeah, I was trying not to move, because every time I moved it just kept turning and looking at me, and I was like, I'm sorry, bro, I'm sorry, just go, it's over there. The skink is over there, not here, there. Don't scream. If you scream, it's gonna come for you, although it's like much smaller than you, like. But I think I was just scared that it could be poisonous. I don't know anything about snakes, and apparently they say if the eye of the snake is like a diamond shape, it's poisonous. But I ain't gonna go looking at the eye of the snake and be like, oh, are you really poisonous? Let me look at your eyes. I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy. Anyways, so I just stayed still, you know, and let nature do its own thing, like let it go wherever it wants to go. And then we head on to day 7 and day 8. We applied what we want to test out, or what we were kind of curious about. For us, it was soldier crabs filled with sand, and I was eating sand. I mean, I showered 3 times a day, or most of the time, sometimes 2, but always, yeah, showering, because it was so hot. Yeah, but unfortunately we reached day 9. We all had to wake up bright and early day 9 to head back home, and yeah, very sad. The island just looked like King Kong Island, or Kong Island, I think that's what they call it. It was insane, and it was really nice though. Overall, I think my experience on it is that, yeah, I kind of had this interesting thought, just, you know, recognize that, like, being away from all this stuff, all this like electronic, all this, you know, people, life situation, car noises, construction noises, that like it gives you so much time to reflect on where you want to go in life, what you want to do in life, what your aims are, and you know, just that not necessarily like you being here you have to learn something new every day or like an exotic species, but rather like you learning about yourself, who you are, and what role you play in this world. I think that's damn like, you know, that's a good point to be at. So yeah, more walking. Let's see if I have any other life epiphanies. See you.